Hi, this is Caitlin Carroll, and today I will show you how to use AED on an adult, child, and infant. So right now we have Mr. Pillow here, who we have been giving CPR to, and the AED just arrived, so we are ready to hook him up to that. So we will continue giving CPR to Mr. Pillow here. The first thing that we need to do is turn on the AED when it arrives. Either I can do that or the person helping me can. Then we want to check our victim, Mr. Pillow here, and make sure that he has no sweat or any liquid on the places that we will be placing the AED pads. We want to make sure that he's not on a metal surface, that he is not on a wet surface either, and that he's not in a moving car when we do this. And we want to make sure that any phones that are in use are at least 6 feet away from Mr. Pillow when he's getting his AED process. So when we place the pads, still giving CPR at this moment, one will be on the top right shoulder, the other one will be right under the left nipple, and the wire will be facing inward towards the midline of the body. So if this was his upper body, one would be right here under the nipple facing towards the midline of the body, and one would be up here on the shoulder, up and down. All right, so we would place those pads. We would, I would announce that we are analyzing, that the AED is analyzing. We would connect the connector plug, and then we would analyze that the AED is getting ready to shock. So we're making sure we're not touching our victim at this moment when we announce this. That means everybody stand clear and do not touch Mr. Pillow. Then we will press the button for that. And if the AED prompts us that no shock is needed, we will continue with CPR until the AED either tells us that a shock is ready, then we will stand clear again and let that happen, or until the EMTs arrive and take over the situation. So for a child and an infant, how this would be different is we would have pediatric pads that we use for our AED. And if the child is small enough to where the pads are touching, then we would do the same thing that we would do for an infant. So the child would have the same position, right? So upper shoulder, upper right shoulder, left under nipple and facing inward towards the midline, like this. But if the child is small and the pads are touching, we would do what we do for an infant, where one pad is on the front center and one pad is on the back midline center. And we would administer the AED shocks that way. And same process, standing clear, and all the things that we would need to check are the same thing for a child as well. So I'm going to run through that one more time. We go to we've been doing compressions, the AED arrives, first thing is turning it on, then checking all those things to make sure it's safe to administer the AED, placing the pads in the position, and saying that, announcing that the AED is analyzing, connecting the plug, announcing that it's going to deliver a shock, so everybody stand clear, and then going from there, the shock is administered, or if we need to continue doing CPR until the EMTs arrive. All right, thank you so much.